The Sean Wood Show is brought to you by Jack Rowe Insurance, serving all your insurance needs. The Citizens Bank, Moorhead's only locally owned bank. Richard White Wood Products, a premier exporter of Kentucky hardwoods. Lakeside Christian Academy in Moorhead, educating for eternity. Visit us online at lakesidechristianacademy.org. Standifer Builders, commercial and residential paving in West Liberty. Larry Fannin Chevrolet Buick GMC. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. The Ira Kilburn Law Office. Commercial Bank of West Liberty, a source of strength in our community for more than 100 years. Northcutt & Son Home for Funerals, serving others as we would like to be served since 1976. And J.W. Wood and Quality Staves in Wallingford, proud to be part of Eagle Nation.
Hi, everyone, and welcome into this Sunday afternoon edition of the Sean Wood Show from the campus of Moorhead State University. And today, the Academic Athletic Center, as always, alongside the Eagle basketball coach. I'm your host, David Patrick. And Sean, it's hard to believe already almost 10 games into the OVC schedule. It's crazy.
Well, you know, when you're having fun and you get lost in the moment, right, time seems to go by very, very fast, and that's exactly what's going on thus far with us.
Now, we'll have highlights of the Moorhead State-Austin Peay game in our next segment, but Sean, coaches versus cancer. The tennis shoes were worn during the game, a very important moment for coaches to show their support.
Well, no doubt about it. My mom died of pancreatic cancer, so this movement and the deal that the NABC does holds very, very dear to my heart. So anything that I can do from that standpoint, I'm all in.
Cancer's touched everybody, Sean.
Well, nobody's immune to it, you know, and it's touched probably 8 out of 10 people around the world, and it's one of us, you know, unfortunately is going to die from it, David. Hopefully not, but I mean, I'm just saying on averages. So it's something that we have to deal with in our life, and the more we put into it for research, the more of our chances of you and I living a much better and normal and long life.
Stay with us when we come back. Highlights of Moorhead State's victory over Austin Peay at Johnson Arena. That's next on The Sean Wood Show. Welcome back into The Sean Wood Show. Sean, a big win over Austin Peay, a much-needed win here at Johnson Arena.
Well, it was, David. You know, you always, after a loss, tough loss like we had against Jacksonville State, you know, you always want to bounce back on a positive note and get you a win the next one. I don't sleep after losses, so the only thing that makes me go to sleep is to get a win, and I was able to, you know, it took me 3 or 4 days to get some sleep, and fortunate for me, that win and what did allow me to get some much-needed rest.
Sean, you love to see this, the student section crazy.
No doubt about it, and one of our former players who played for us last year, our starting center, Billy Reeder, has come back to finish his degree, and he's just doing his internship, and his thing with the sports information department is to get everybody, all the students, to come out to games and be rowdy, and I thought we had a pretty good turnout. You know, and each game, I think, with his help, it's going to get better and better.
Played well early, Sean. Student section made a difference. Well,
no doubt about it. You know, that's what players want to see. They want to see, you know, fans in the stands. It gives them a boost. And we got to continue to have that in order for us to have much better home court advantage. And it gives you more energy. Look at, you know, we got in the pass lanes. We were able to get, you know, easy baskets for dunks. And, you know, that's what gets you going. And then I thought our guys really, really fed off of that.
The transition game was exceptional.
Well, we were able to get in transition because we had good defensive stops, David. You know, anytime we play great defense, you know, it allows us to get out and run. And I thought our defense was really good the other night.
Got good minutes from Lamontre Harris.
Well, we got good minutes from him. And, you know, he had good practices. When he has good practices, he plays well. Lamontre is still learning how to play hard every night, you know, from being a freshman. And when he plays hard, it really goes into the game. And there's Malik Maitland starting that play and giving it to Rico, who finds Anthony for a dunk.
Fantastic. You love to see that kind of ball movement with your big guys underneath because it opens everything else up.
Well, in transition, you're putting the defense on their heels, and it's hard for them to match up. And when you have good, quick ball movement and unselfish play, those are the type of results that you get. there's Xavier Moon, who's starting to feel himself again and making shots, and that's what we need, especially now that some of these guys are out. But another transition situation with Malik Maitland, who's just as good as anybody in the country, pushing the basketball and finding people.
Good patience, Sean. I like this.
And, Rico Marrero was very patient that night, and he's got to continue to be patient. Sometimes he gets beside himself because he wants to do well so bad, and he gets out of control some. And we got some very positive minutes out of Trashard Williams who we need.
Sean, the thing I noticed in this game is you guys didn't force the issue. You took what they gave you.
Well, we're starting to get better at that. We're starting to mature again. We're starting to play like we did at the beginning of the year. I thought we were really good at playing with each other and capitalizing on things at the beginning of the year. Then we went into a lull a little bit. Now we're starting to, find our mojo again, and hopefully we can sustain it.
Talk about the versatility of Lamontre.
Well, he's a 6'7", used to be playing post, but he has wing skills. He can step out and shoot the three. He's getting better at putting the ball on the floor, and he's a big-time mid-range scorer. So the future is very, very bright for this kid if he just continues to stick with it and understand how hard you got to play each and every night. Late
second half, this is the point that Xavier Moon took over the game.
No doubt about it. He was starting to feel it. I knew that, and we started calling his number, and he delivered. He's starting to really become playing with some consistency, and we need that.
You affectionately compare him to Vinnie Johnson, the microwave that played back at Detroit.
Because as you know, and you can see, he can score in bunches, and that's what he did the other night against Austin Peay. That's a good move by Rico right here, and a tip in by Anthony really staying with it.
He spoiled his assist, though.
Well, he did, you know what I mean? And I would be upset, too, but the main thing is the ball went in the hole. That's all that mattered.
Now, as a pass point guard, I know where your heart is. You want that assist.
No doubt about it. There's Brent Arrington driving down the lane and finishing with a nice dunk.
Yeah, I know you felt good about what your players did. This was a good win.
Well, it was a good bounce-back win, and we needed that. We didn't sulk. I've been on these guys hard about finishing the course, being disciplined, finishing games because we haven't been doing that. And I thought we did a really nice job of doing that the other night against Austin Peay.
Morehead State gets the win over Austin Peay 75-65. When we come back, highlights of MSU and EKU at McBrayer Arena in Richmond. That's next on The Sean Wood Show.
17 to shoot. Right elbow, Marrero, cross court, left corner. Moon open for three. It'll rattle and go. Leaves it out near the timeline. Maitland, baseline left. Marrero on the drive. To the right side, Moon fakes, comes in. They're running from 7 switch. Right hash Arrington penetrates at the free throw line. Down low, Alici baseline left. Reverse layup, it's in. Alici with 6 and Morehead State on top, 11 to 10. She's back out to the logo. Then Marrero back to Arrington. Penetrates the lane. Puts it up now, drops it back to Marrero from 10 switch. Morehead State quickly offensive end. Corbin Collins has checked in. Good to see Corbin out there. Wide left, Corbin for 3, scores! Well, he makes his presence felt immediately. Collins back to the corner, Beeman. Down the baseline comes Ronnie. Feeds it out high right, Moon. Left of the lane, Williams. Down low, wide open for 2 off the glass, baseline right, Gaines. Bounce left baseline, Harris. Harris triple team, kicks it out to the set, wide left. Down low, Alici. Left-handed reverse layup, it's in. A bounce coming around from behind him, Moon. Baseline right, the drive. The left-handed reverse layup, no, tapped up by Gaines off the glass and through. Moon to his right between the circles with a dribble. Cuts it left to the lane. Here he comes to the baseline with a 5-footer, yes. Maitland got it off. The Moon to Marrero baseline, back out to Maitland. Pitch down baseline, left on a 5, slam it, jam with 2 hands. Anthony Alici. Back to the wing. Maitland, high left, Arrington, wide right, Moon. Right angle, jump and shoot from 10, it's in. Bounce right block, Marrero. Double team, straight away. Maitland moves in, free throw line, jumper, got it. 7 for the little guy. Morehead coming left to the logo. Standing dribble out near the line. Left to right move. Right angle drive to the block to the goal. Left hand scoop off the glass and in. Maitland on Michelle. Curling left. High right on the move. Arrington stops. 3-pointer. Arrington hits. Brent with 5 and Morehead State by 7. Biggest lead for MSU tonight. 7 to shoot. Out to Arrington, 5 to shoot. Brent with 3 to shoot. Spins up a three-pointer off the rim. No. Offensive rebound. Alici cleans up and scores. MSU offensive end leads by 1. Maitland on the drive to the lane. Near side James will drive, right block, put it up, hit the shot. I think they're going to count the basket. He's fouled on the play by Hawkins. 2-3 zone out the Moon to Arrington, right corner to Sin. Back to Arrington, wing right for 3, scores! In Arrington, a big 3 there, and Morehead State leads by 3. He's got 8 points, 65-62, MSU 147 to play. Here comes Rochelle, working out top. 9 seconds to go. Morehead by 2. Rochelle, jump feed right side, tip. Bab Harrison has it, driving the lane. Wide left, Hawkins for 3. Off the iron, no. Flow, rebound, descent, foul with 1/10 of a second to go. And it looks like Morehead State will hang on.
We finished. Okay? Hard, tough game. That was a desperate team. On their court. Okay?
Roll me, baby.
Anytime you went on the road, I don't care if it's right up the street, I don't care wherever, it's a great win.
Yes, sir.
All right? And very few of them are pretty. Most of them are ugly. Okay? But guess what, though? When we get to Nashville, it's going to be the same way. Hey, good job. Good job. Great job. Okay? Great job. Now let's get ready for this Tennessee trip and get that. Everybody understand that? Yes, sir. Let's go. Love and family. 1, 2, 3.
Love and family.
1, 2, 3.
Hard work.
1, 2, 3.
No excuses.
1, 2, 3.
Finish.
These two.
Focus your chance.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back into the Sean Wood Show. And Sean, hard to take a loss at home. But, man, when a basketball team comes in and shoots the way that Jacksonville State did, it makes for a long night.
Well, it did, and I thought they shot, lights out, like you said. And, we played good defense, but when it's not your night and it's the other team's night, you just got to tip your head off to them and say, hey, you beat us because you did make shots and you made tough shots. It wasn't like we just laid down. You made tough shots and you made them consistently enough to come into a tough environment and get one. And, you just got to roll your sleeves up and hopefully, you learn from it and make sure it doesn't happen again. We had a slow start offensively. And anything they like that right there, a step back shot, those are tough shots. Normally, we didn't think that they would make those type of shots, and they were just on that night. And there's a careless mistake by Moon, not paying attention, and getting back tip, and they come down and they capitalize. Things like that really will hurt any team. Turnovers leads to easy baskets on the other end for any team. There's another one right there.
Sean, 14 three-point shots in the first half. They made 10 of them.
I'll tell you what, Eric Durham was on fire, especially in the first half. We kind of cut his water off the second half, but he still made some key shots down the stretch.
You got down by 20, but plenty of fight in your basketball team, Sean.
Well, no doubt about it. Our guys are never going to quit. We're always going to give ourselves a chance to come back and win a basketball game. But, down the stretch, we cut it to 1, and every time we did, either a foul was called. I thought a couple questionable charge calls down the stretch really hurt us and never really gave us an opportunity to get over the hump.
Sean, second half, you cut it to 2 points on a couple of occasions and played a lot better. I know you believed you were going to come back and win the game.
Well, no doubt about it. We did. And I thought we got some good opportunities just to capitalize on them. And then, hey, anytime, number 33, guys like that hit.
Everybody made them.
When guys like that start hitting shots, Dave, you just know it's going to be a tough night. There's another shot by Malik Maitland keeping us in the game.
Malik played with a lot of confidence, Sean.
Well, we need him to. He's the future of our basketball team, our basketball program, being the point guard that he is. And we finally got something out of Lionel, some activity with the follow-up tip-in off of Moon's missed layup. And that was the dagger right there. The kid, Durham really put a stamp on them. He made every open shot. We kept coming, David, as you see right here. We didn't stop. We kept putting pressure on them to have to make a tough shot down at the end because I thought our defense was solid. But they made every tough three.
Biggest play of the game, Sean.
Oh, my goodness. This was the one right here. That I thought that was a block call right there, and it would have been an and one to give us an opportunity to go up. But unfortunate for us, it didn't happen. We still have a chance right here. Moon hits a 3, we call timeout, and just wasn't enough time. We ran out of time that night.
Jacksonville State beats Morehead State 78-74. And Sean, before we go to break, I certainly want to make a mention of a good friend of yours, a good friend of all of ours that passed away, Mr. Van Florence, who had been a part of the University of Kentucky basketball around the program for so many years and influenced so many people. And Sean, you attended his funeral this week.
No doubt about it. Van was the president of the one-on-one club, and not only was the president of the one-on-one club, I mean, he was the backbone when you needed anything done, from raising money to organizing something to making sure everything was intact in any type of situation that you're dealing with. Van was the guy. And not only that, Van and I became very, very close. He became my mentor. And you know, I've got some older friends that I've met along the way in my journey since I've been a Kentucky basketball player, and he's one of the top 5 guys up at the top that I lost that I'm really going to miss. He was a very special guy in my life, not only mine, but Coach Pitino's, Tubby Smith, everyone's, you know, and he's truly going to be missed. And you know, he left a very beautiful wife in Lois, and you know, everybody's going to miss Van. He's touched so many people that's played or has been around Kentucky basketball, and it was a sad day last week, and you know, everybody was touched by it, and he really truly is going to be missed.
Our condolences and prayers to the family, and Van Florence will indeed be missed. Van passed away at the age of 69 years old. Stay with us. We'll be back to close things out on The Sean Wood Show.
Time now for the Eagle Profile, brought to you by U.S. Bank. All of us serving you.
Welcome back to the Sean Wood Show. This week's Eagle Profile is sophomore guard from the Dominican Republic, Miguel Descent. And everybody's been wondering where has he been and how's he doing. Well, Miguel, as you all know, sprained his MCL one night after during a ball game, and he's been out for what, 2 weeks now, Miguel?
No, this is my third week.
Your third week?
Yes.
And you know, just let everybody know right now how long you've been, how you've been feeling thus far.
In the beginning when I did it, you know, I was kind of scared because I didn't know how long I was gonna be. I was gonna be out, and you know, I thought I was gonna let my team down, but it's been good. The rehab, I've been doing good with the rehab, and it's getting a lot better. I think I'll be able to play in about a week, so. You know, I'm excited, looking forward to help my teammates out. I know they need me. We need everybody right now, so I'm ready to go back and trying to help my team win.
Well, you know, sometimes you don't know exactly what it looks like until you're sitting out. You know, you're on the outside looking in. And when you're in the trenches, you know, you listen to coach, but you're not listening to coach. Now, understanding me by being out and seeing it from the outside, what have you seen that you can bring to the table that's different than what you thought you were doing before you got hurt?
Man, all the coaches and the staff, they keep telling us that discipline and little things are the most important thing for us to win and for anybody to win in this game called basketball. And since I've been out and I've been watching the games, and I think that's like the most important thing ever. When I come back now, what I'm gonna try to do is make emphasis on the little things, trying to be as disciplined as I can. Because it's on my mind. I know it's work. I know it works now, and I know it's what the coaches be talking about. I didn't know at the time when I was playing the little things or whatever, but I was out and I was watching the games and I stopped. Some of the game we let go. We gave it away, so I think it was for the discipline and the little things that we didn't do down the stretch.
So by sitting out, you've learned, you've gathered a great appreciation for what the coaches have been talking about when you were playing. You've taken it for granted. Now you see by sitting out how the little things can affect a basketball game, right?
Of course. Now I saw it. Now I think that was good for me. It's, you know, everything happened for a reason, and you know I'm gonna take the best out of it. I'm learning when I'm sitting down. I'm watching practice. I know what we got to do. I'm trying to help the team from the outside, what I can do. But when I come back, I'm going to try to work on those things that I didn't know that it was that important.
Well, you know we've missed you. You know coaches missed you. And, you know, our depth has kind of decreased a little bit now that Corbin is out for a while. So hurry up and get that knee back, buddy. Because and the fact that you've learned a lot by sitting out, that makes you more of a veteran type of player. But everything happens for a reason, like you said, and we do miss you. And we can't wait to get you back.
Thank you, thank you. I can't wait to play with my team again and to go back and, you know, get what we got to get.
Gotcha. And that's it for the Sean Wood Show this week, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel on the Sean Wood Show. Take care.
The Sean Wood Show has been brought to you by Jack Rowe Insurance, serving all your insurance needs. The Citizens Bank, Moorhead's only locally owned bank. Richard White Wood Products, a premier exporter of Kentucky hardwoods. Lakeside Christian Academy in Moorhead, educating for eternity. Visit us online at lakesidechristianacademy.org. Standifer Builders, commercial and residential paving in West Liberty. Larry Fannin Chevrolet Buick GMC. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. The Ira Kilburn Law Office. Commercial Bank of West Liberty, a source of strength in our community for more than 100 years. Northcutt & Son Home for Funerals, serving others as we would like to be served since 1976. And J.W. Wood and Quality Staves in Wallingford, proud to be part of Eagle Nation.